So, good morning. I'm going full Misha spec. Welcome back to the channel. Another episode. I guess it's an episode, to be honest. So today we're at the Polo. We are. Why are you beeping at me? Hello. Yeah, we're at the Polo. We are trying some AR1's. Now, this isn't going to be for the normal rental. Basically, this is just for our curiosity. We want to see how it drives on the AR1's. We've got the guy that's racing with Misha, Tristan. He's going to be he's using this car as his like training car, basically. There's Misha in the Polestar. He's using this as his training car, basically. So it's been on PS4s. We always keep this on PS4s, Pilot Sport 4s, because it's a great all-round tyre. For this car, it feels great. It does get a little bit hot, obviously, when the track temperature's up and you're pushing, but for the sake of having to keep changing wheels on all of the rental cars constantly, we keep this on PS4s because it's great in the wet, so it can just go out constantly. If it starts raining midday, yeah, carry on. So that's why we keep that tyre on it. He nearly just lost his door, idiot. So that's why we keep the PS4s on it. Now, obviously, AR1 is definitely not a wet tyre, as you've seen from a couple of recent videos, and the M4 video. It started to rain, a little bit damp. You have to really start nursing the tyre and nursing the car. So it's less than ideal. But this, to be honest, it's going to be pretty lit on an AR1. It's pretty lit on PS4, so it's probably going to be even better on the AR1. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Obviously, we're just testing to see if there's any scraping. This is a slightly wider tyre than what we run from factory, or what we run normally. It's Francois in the GT4. Let's go behind him. So yeah, I'm expecting there to be a little bit of touching, a little bit of scraping, you know, the usual. So we'll see. We'll see how it is. We'll take it a little bit easy in the compressions and on some of the tighter corners. Maybe even give it some little bit strange cornering angles to really load the suspension up, just to see what it's doing. But yeah, AR1's obviously a great tyre, so I've got good hopes of it. It's just the size that's going to be a little bit iffy, but we'll see. We will see. We've got a couple of quick cars behind us, to be fair, so let's get over to the right. Apparently my passenger door is open. Let's close that. First compression, pretty good. No real dramas there. Come on. I've got to forget this isn't as talky as the Golf or a Cupra. I have to use the gears a little bit better. Getting there, it's not too bad. No scraping on the left, which is nice. It's an incredible amount of grip compared to the PS4. It's actually ridiculous. We had a little scrape in the back then. Just a little. planted, so much feeling works very, very planted. Let's try and load it up a little bit through here. Nope. There we go. So front right is touching on there. I would guess that's probably the fender, outside fender, so that's less than ideal. Nothing there. Really load it up here. A lot of the time when you're testing stuff, you have to really drive a little bit erratic sometimes. So I say erratic, it's probably the wrong word. Drive offline, so miss your turning points, turn it a little bit later, maybe be a little bit more aggressive on the steering, because that's really simulating a fully loaded, like hard braking, hard acceleration, hard cornering. You can really exaggerate the movement of the suspension to get things to touch, etc. Obviously everyone drives different, so we might have rental customers who really literally just rely on the assist and just throw it around. Then you might get someone drive it really smooth and not experience anywhere near as much, but obviously we have to cover all bases just in case. Well, this car is fully lit. It's really good fun because it's not quite that much power. For those who haven't come from Misha or Robert's channel or don't know, there's a 50 kilometre speed limit here because there's an exit. So if there's an ambulance coming off the track, if there's lens coming off the track, if there's anyone needing to exit the track there, then you need to slow down to. Obviously, you come through there at VMAX, your chances of crashing into the back of someone if they're exiting the circuit is pretty high. Let's face it. So. Always slow down there. Sometimes you get a bit carried away and you forget to try and slow down mid-corner, but touch in there as well. It's a lot quieter on the track than I thought it was going to be. This is day after Car Friday, so I was expecting it to be heaving, but not too bad. Didn't touch, nowhere near as much as I thought. If this guy's going to overtake or not, but come on, make your mind up. This thing really needs is a little bit more camber, and this thing would be ridiculous. tyre squeal, but that's it. No scraping there. Gear's going to cut it. The hill. Brakes not much better. Let's just give him the space, there's no need to, we'll just load it up on the outside of the corner. So nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be fair, so get back to Apex, get up on the ramp and have a look to see where it's touched, where there's any marks, if there's been rubbing on the suspension or anything like that, and we'll gauge it from there. Misha should be back at Apex right now, so he may even cover this part on his channel, so head over to his channel, see if it's on one of his, that's a nice Jordan, see if it's on one of his latest videos, and yeah. That concludes the video for today. So thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, catch you next time.